Hello and welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Sketching Greyhound. We are here today for the Buffy Club, episodes 9 and 10. And we have watched, we have discussed, not that much, but perhaps you will join and we will discuss even more on the Discord. And we have voted on our next model, and you have already seen it, so I will switch to the drawing screen. But let me first, before we start drawing, let me tell you about our options that we had. We had good options. We are talking about 2 episodes. The one is what's its name? I'm a bad host. Something with puppets, and one is it's the puppet show, and number 10 is nightmares. And we had good, perfect, but they have lost options here. Sid, that is the puppet from the puppet show. Colin, was that the murderer? I'm already confused. Billy and Vampire Buffy. Vampire Buffy is the one that won with 7 votes. The others got none. So Vampire Buffy is the one that we will be drawing. And I was a little bit scared, but now I'm a little bit more excited than scared. So yeah, let's see how it turns out. I will just start the camera on my end to record. And yeah, then we will start this show. Let's get the show on the road.
I don't bite.
So, how to start? That is actually a good question that I am asking myself every single time. You see, I have already prepared the outlines. I have measured and everything, so we can get started right away. But what does that even mean, getting started? We have a difficulty. I normally go with the eyes. I will probably also somehow here, but I'm not sure how. Because we have the right eye that is almost invisible, completely under shadow. This is actually also already a touched up version. I have lightened this picture a little bit because otherwise I would not have been able to draw at all. Is it a perfect picture? It is not a perfect picture, but there are only 2 scenes where you have a close-up of Vampire Buffy, and this is the best I could do. Sue me. We will just start. And I should take something, a paper, to not smudge everything else. I don't have anti-smudge papers. We'll have to take this one. Yeah, and we have, of course, the vampire ridges everywhere, and that is a little bit different than what I normally draw. I have not drawn a vampire yet, at least not in vampire form. Have I even? No, I've drawn Darla. Darla is a vampire, but it wasn't a vampire form that we were drawing. Also, something where I will lie a little bit is the eye color, because this yellow that she has in her eyes is very much the same tone as the white. It's not the same color, obviously, but if you translate it into lead, it is about the same white. It would be more or less the same white. So we will lie a little bit. We will whiten the white. And leave the yellow gray And perhaps a little bit tinted. Just a little bit. But of course we have the iris, the black, and that will be pitch black as we can get it. A little bit bigger. Then we have to give the eyeball a little bit three-dimensionality. Gets darker here towards the right side of the eye, of course, and it gets a lot darker, so we have quite the shadow here. So I'm very looking forward to the ridges. How I will even do them, I'm not even sure. So we'll find out together. Somehow we will manage. But I'm looking forward. I was really a little bit worried how to do them when we decided for her. And it is, as I said, not the nicest facial expression she has. Liana, welcome. Hello, hello, hello. How are you today? So she doesn't have the nicest facial expression. But what can you do? I have to work with what I can get. Don't worry, Liana. Have you seen that everybody has voted for Vampire Buffy? So, a good job in proposing her. 7 votes for Vampire Buffy. And I have to be honest, I would have voted myself if I had voted for Vampire Buffy. So she is the most exciting one. And the vote was still unanimous. It grew. I think when I normally should have done the stream, it was something like 4 or something. But it actually grew still. There were even more people now voting for it. So that's what we're looking at today. And I expect this to be really fun once I've figured out how to solve the ridges issue, how to draw them even. And yeah, my head is already taking center stage again. Sorry for that. So she is kind of cool, yeah. Hello. Say hello back to your daughter for me. And I want to say the name live on television, as if this was television. So, just one little light spot left to draw, and then we have a pretty unspectacular eye. This is it. So, let's try and find out what the next step is. So we have a pretty spectacular eye. And we will find out if we have to do more later. The other side is a bit tricky. As I said, you almost see nothing of it, but you see something of it. So we will try to somehow make that a reality. It is one of the darkest. It is the darkest part, more or less. So we will go all in, and we won't take no prisoners today. Last stream, it was really slow, and I was really slowly making progress. This will be a very interesting and fun picture in terms of the model and everything, and the challenges. And I will just go with it. I will just take the fast train. So we just go in, and yeah, as I said, it is the darkest part of the face. What have I done there? Doesn't make any sense. And we will just... Ooh, I have to be careful. It's really smudgy. You see already my hand is black. The dark stone is just so smudgy. We just make it really the darkest place, and then we will take care. We cannot just blacken everything, you know, because it's not completely black. Here we have the side of the eye that we can see. It is really not much. And then we have again a dark shadow here. Here we already get a little bit lighter, so I won't press as hard, just as here. But as I said, we will have fun. She's in a very dark place now. So that is creepy the way you say that, Leon. So, yeah, we're just going full speed ahead. Don't worry, this is the Buffy Club. There, a little bit of creepiness is completely allowed. So I guess the texture we need will come automatically with the paper, with the roughness, and with the pens I'm using and my usual a bit more rough style. So we don't have to worry about that. I want to make sure though that we have a little bit of clear lines here also, you know. I want that they can be seen. The ridges have very distinct contours. And yeah, I think we will just start to go from the ridges, truth be told. I will just draw in the shadow lines that the ridges form. And then we should already have an interesting tapestry, if I may say so. A vampire face tapestry. So, and that way we can just connect the eyes, the eye areas. Normally I start with drawing both eyes and then let them kind of grow together. I connect them via the nose ridge and stuff like that. We more or less do the same here, but it is just a little bit different because you do not even see the right eye, so I had to go for that first. Mohit, welcome, hi. Welcome to the stream, how are you? So, I think I will actually try to darken it a little bit more with the black stone, the ridges, because they are really dark shadow lines. And they should get their darkness. Yeah, I decided today, I'm in the mood for music. I decided to put them on today. They always lie around here, but I normally don't wear them. But I cannot listen to the music without you having it 2 times then because of the microphone. So if I want to hear music, I have to put them on, and I wanted to hear music. And then we have quite the light reflections on the ridges. Is there a better word than ridges? I don't know one. Do they have an official word? Has anybody ever named the vampire ridges? So we'll start with these 3 middle ridges. No, more than 1 ridge, that is true. Your channel is growing fast, nice job, thank you very much. Nah, no. Actually there is a little bit of a slow grow the last few days. It was always around the I was at 100 already a week ago or something, 1100. So the growth is not that fast at the moment, but that's okay. He said, a little bit sad. No, it's totally fine. I had a big growth spurt at the end of March, and you cannot expect it to be the same all the time. And subs is not what I need. Right now I need views. So just for the algorithm part. Of course I want subs. I want you all. But in terms of growth, I need views right now. And I mean views that watch the complete video, not just opening and closing the video. They use that harsh wrinkles maybe, or just call it grr face. Yeah. I've never watched Buffy. I have a TikTok, but it is so spectacularly unsuccessful that I stopped posting there. It just didn't feel like it was worth it. I might start again. Sometime. I even didn't post anymore when I was also still publishing the shorts on YouTube, which I also do not do anymore. But although the short videos were already done, I didn't even post them. I didn't bother posting them because most of the time, really 0 views. Then they slowly crept up to 4 views or something over a week. So it just didn't felt like it was worth it. I have a couple of TikTok tutorials. I have a couple of tutorials up there. And they were seen by 200, 300 people. So I tried and I did not continue. Yeah, I know you shouldn't give up so easily. Especially with stuff like TikTok and YouTube. But I put work in YouTube. I have a limited amount of work I can put into this, and I'm concentrating on YouTube. Never give up, never surrender. Yeah, it's true. As I said, I've tried on TikTok. It did not really work. It was frustrating to no end, so I just stopped. So, ridges. And I like my TikTok videos. I like the style of it. So I think they are not bad for TikTok time-lapse drawings, but TikTok didn't like them. I don't know if you have found my TikTok already and have seen them, but they're not half bad. So I'm trying to recreate this pretty random shape of the little ridges on their faces, on the nose. Give it a three-dimensionality. Yeah. Sorry. Hey, DM Sketching. How are you? I'm great. I am drawing something fun and interesting. I'm not sure how it will turn out because this looks very chaotic right now. It is kind of chaotic, so might be on the right track. I don't know. But we will see. Welcome. Always great to have you here. Yeah, you're not wrong, Mohit. You are not wrong. Perhaps even just try with another account. I was already given the tip to try with another account because sometimes TikTok likes to put you on kind of a shadow ban. It doesn't tell you, but also does not promote it at all anymore. So who knows? Like Diana said, never give up. Like so many pranks, I do fail, but in the end, triumph will prevail. You should do those pranks for the YouTube. You could make a living out of your pranks. And everyone, welcome to the stream. And of course, I forgot to record. Oh no, I think I did. I'm so smart. I'm so smart, people. I did press record. Hey Kira, welcome. So, let me guess, you also voted for Vampire Buffy. Vampire Buffy is a challenge, but a welcome one. It wasn't in the beginning. I really thought, how and why can they do this? And I hoped that I will never draw a vampire face. Although I pretty much knew that there is an upcoming one where I perhaps will have to draw the vampire face. But I won't spoil. But the more I thought about it, the more I was looking forward now to try it. I don't want to post pranks. You don't have to. So we will just try and give this nose a little life. Although I have already drawn Buffy, and as most of you I think probably already know, I have the regular Buffy portrait already up on my channel as a time lapse. So it's not the first time that I'm drawing Buffy. I don't want to monetize the fun I have because many times the front of the camera things are not genuine, like reaction and stuff, and I don't want to do that. That's not wrong. And it takes quite some time. I'm still not really 100% natural in front of the camera. I actually want to. I do not want to fake something. I want to just be me. People say you cannot hide your real self anyway. I'm sure you can, but I don't want to. This is just by now this is just really becoming something for myself to just have fun with. So I'm back. My exams just postponed. Now I'm free for the month. 1 month. Oh, a complete month. Very cool. In the end, many people become greedy, and I've experienced that twice, and it's horrible. Sorry for ranting. Oh, no worries. Oi, Lena. I don't want to take people's trust and use it. Yes, that is a very good thing. That is a very healthy desire you have there. I salute you. So I'm not sure if this nose works out. I am right now really trying to just draw what I see, not what I know of a nose, because it is very strangely shaped, everything here. Also with just the shadows. The nose itself is actually pretty standard. You can say that. There is no prosthetics on the nose directly, but it's a very interesting shadow play with light and shadow on there. And while I am a big fan of just draw what you see, not what you know, if you're going as fast as I am doing right now, and you do not look at the big picture, the other way around it can bite you in the A point, because you might draw it pretty close to what you think it should look like, but then suddenly you it doesn't fit in the big view, and it just the small parts look almost exactly the same, but they are a little bit more drawn out or something, and it just isn't a nose anymore. It is some kind of weird thing living in her face, and we don't want this. We don't want to have weird things living in her face. She has trouble enough with her vampire ridges. So I have missed probably a little bit. But no, all okay with you, or feeling better. That is good. Like once I had earned $700 in the school festival of my own hard work, but people got greedy and was forced to give $200. Yeah, people are like that. I think that looks okay in terms of proportions. So it's actually a bit lighter than I wanted it to, but it erases well enough, so that is a good thing. And I had spent $400 on the whole thing, so there wasn't much left in the end. That's sad. I think this might become fun. It might become cool. If we're lucky. Here we definitely need much more darkness in there. This has to be really dark. And then it goes down here. Transitions into another shadow. Again. So I'm a little bit faster today than I was the day before yesterday when we were drawing Peggy Carter. So let's try to draw first the little shadow here, so I have something to measure against where to put the lights. Light parts. Worst experience. Yeah. Past is the past. By the way, that was when I was 11. Now I'm 14. Harsh lessons for an 11-year-old. The greed of the people. That is not correct, is it? No, that's too high. Why did I draw the shadow when then I ignore it completely when I draw that light part in? So we need to stay. Oh, no, let me. Here this. There is something. I need this. So yeah. Okay. So and then we can just adhere to this one. Here. I'm just saying things now, so don't worry. So I think we have to finalize that later when we have more of the face. Artop, welcome, hello. How are you today? Can you please show me your white pencil you're using? I have a link to all the different white pencils in the description of the non-live videos, where I have using the obviously the last one, for example. You can find it there. This is the company is Conte à Paris, just like with the black one, and this is a pastel white. It is really white and it's really cool. And a little bit more transparent, not as sharp white things that I'm drawing. I am drawing with a Faber-Castell Polychromos white. I hope that helps. Not sponsored. How are you, Artab? Yes, of course. I have watched more than one video, I think, this time. I mean, like, you're learning and experiencing these things at a very young age, then we're gonna help you in the future for sure. If it doesn't make you bitter, though. Honestly, I learned drawing hair from you. That is nice to say. I think you are just also using a completely different pencil. It had more visible lines. Mine are somehow, or I'm also just a little bit too fast, but I always am unhappy that my lines, especially for the hair, are so thick and they lose detail. That's one of the things that make my hair not look as good as I would want to. And yours was pretty hairy, so I liked it very much. So, and I really enjoyed how it all came together in that portrait, and in the end it wasn't completely there, but then with the last layer that you laid on it, it got so much closer to the original again. So cool portrait. That's not good, Liana, and thank you very much for telling me. And yes, a lot of the stuff is for some reason... Now you should see it again. There was a lot that you have missed, though. Nobody notices. But Liana. Yeah, but that again means that I probably will have to take the YouTube video and cannot use my own recording because it misses something. I should look more on the video that goes out. But I'm really concentrated also on the chat, of course. I'm always concentrated on you. But the picture also, because it is fun. It's also fun to go this fast. A little bit of a risk, but no risk, no fun. So, a nose, yeah, the nose just popped out into existence, didn't it? Really not. Who is really not paying attention because a 2-year-old is climbing her? That is the joy of parenthood. So, visible, moving pick, yeah, that is the best. Moving picks are the best. So, again with the light, I would just try to give all of that now kind of a structure here. So here we have a little bit of white. So can go dark again. She's so much scary, the ref you are using. Sorry, but yeah, that is the goal. That is a vampire. A vampire should be scary. But I think you do not know the episode, right? You are not a Buffy watcher. So the story behind this is actually Buffy the Vampire Slayer herself. But there was something going on supernaturally that made nightmares a reality. And her nightmare was to be turned into a vampire. So she became a vampire in that episode for a time. That is why she actually looks a little bit torn, because she was not a true vampire, because she still had her soul, but she became hungry and had to be fast with solving the mystery. Shak is probably asleep. She wrote me on Discord a couple of hours ago, and that is Australian in the middle of the night, and now it would be very early for her. So doesn't really make sense for her to come to the live streams at the moment, unfortunately. Lainey, I don't know. They are very busy lately, so I haven't seen them in the stream for a couple of weeks now, also, I think. Together with Lee. So not sure yet. I have to draw the hair soon, because it is running through the face and limiting a couple of crossing through some shadows and light, and I have to consider that soon. I always say do not draw too much of the teeth in, because if you draw a lot of detail into teeth, they quickly look like monster teeth. In this case, we are talking about monster teeth, so I think that's okay. I have to be careful that she doesn't look like kind of the Easter bunny or something. Are they too long? I think they are too long. Let us draw the lower lip, and yeah, you see, here is, they are too long. That would make her look like kind of the Easter bunny. So we cut them a little bit. And then there were teeth. Isn't that nice? We will darken that, but first let's draw the complete contour of the mouth. I don't know how to say your name, I'm sorry. Zhao Artes? Thank you very much for joining. Thank you for your compliment. And yeah, welcome to the stream. I hope you're good. Due to my exams, I was out of the world and wasn't active on social media as well. But the story behind this is very interesting. Hey, Artes. I could just say the surname, that's true. Send a save to Brazil. Nice to have you from Brazil online here. I hope you're good. So she turned into vampire for lifetime. No, she did just for a couple of hours, I would think. She turned into a vampire just for a couple of hours. Turned out that there was a boy that was in a coma, and he somehow, for some reason, that he was in the coma, brought the nightmares to life. And they solved his fear that he was abused by his trainer, his baseball trainer. They solved that mystery, and then the boy woke up and all the nightmares went away. And with that also Buffy's transformation to a vampire. I think I kinda explained that right. So now we can darken the open mouth. So, and then we have the light reflection on the lips that we also want to include, of course. And then we give that a little bit of shape. And on this side, also a little bit of white, but the other white not as stark, not as bright. Bright is the word. I have no idea why I'm sometimes missing the word bright. Bright white. So it's getting shape. So she turned a vampire for a lifetime. No, I answered that. Yeah, monster teeth. The eyes seem to be very realistic, that they are popping out of the page. Thank you very much. They seem to work for now. We'll see later if we have to adjust something, but I think I'm pretty happy with them. So, almost an hour are we in, and I am already pretty far. I'm much further along than I imagined I would be. After the Wednesday stream, I thought this will probably... I'm probably in a slump of a speed slump. Is that a thing? And this might take very long. But actually, I am pretty surprised how far along we already are. So now we will give the face a shape. At least the jaw on that side. Here we have again not really a line, a sharp line, but a slight shadow. So we won't be able to draw that already in. but this already will help us a lot with being able to draw the chin, everything around. So the show is really good, or I would not already draw for the... This is the 5th episode of the Buffy Club? I think so. I wouldn't do that for any series. You have to overlook the pretty old-fashioned fashion and stuff like that. Production values do not hold up anymore that well today. But in some parts, actually, also those are pretty cool still. Not from a technological standpoint, but from how they solve things. Once exams ended, I will. My many other plans are just stuck due to the tech exams. I'm sorry that you're still kind of a holding position with that. That is really annoying. That can be really annoying. Dividing 10 by 2, yeah, 5 sounds good, right? That's what I did. I hope I was right with assuming that. So, I think it looks actually pretty cool. You can, I think, already see Buffy a little bit out of that, even if it's vampire Buffy. As a lot of what we already have drawn, but the rest that we have to draw is somehow also dependent on this single lock of hair. So I will now try and draw that. Will look strange to only have one lock of hair, and I will probably also not finish it. It would probably be changed. But we need to know where it lies and at least not draw over it. Kind of strange music for vampire Buffy. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. All of the gossip starts from exams and end at exams nowadays. Sorry, Gray, we're not gonna say about my exams again. Don't worry. Tell us everything that you want to tell. That's what we're here for. We are here to listen to each other, not just to my rambles. And we are here to watch the picture grow. I think that's also a part of why people come. Thank you very much, DM. I am hoping that I don't find a way to ruin it. So, teeth. I just noticed that I somehow was distracted again from the teeth. I want to finish the teeth. As I said, they are monster teeth, so I can invest a little bit more time in them, draw them with a little bit more detail. I also should, because right now they just look like cardboard thingies stuck in her mouth. So now we just make them a little bit shiny in places. So that they get also a little bit of that dangerous impression. Gleaming in the night, you know. So, Dana, welcome. Hey, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming, for stopping by. You're watching but also packing. Oh, are you going on a trip? So, yeah, we are drawing Vampire Buffy today, as you've probably seen in the Discord. That Vampire Buffy was the one that won. And we are making huge strides. I'm drawing pretty fast today. I don't know what's wrong with me, but it doesn't seem to be to the picture's detriment yet. Getting ready to move out of Alaska. We are done with the cold. I can't believe that. Alaska, oh my god. I can't believe that that is cold. How cold is it right now? And if it is possible for you, I have no idea with Fahrenheit. If you can tell me in Celsius, then I can actually do something with that information. I'm sorry to ask you for that, but it is pretty cold, isn't it? And I hate the cold. I'm not a cold person. I really don't like the cold. So we have to draw the hair here a little bit at least, because it goes right across the face and throws a lot of shadow. Yataxi, hi, welcome to the stream, and thank you very much for the compliment. It is growing, and I am pretty satisfied up until now. Let's see if that lasts. Yeah, where are you moving to? Something really warmer or just a couple of kilometers? So we have... Is that lock of hair too far to the right? Is it not far enough? I'm not sure. I think we'll leave it there and work with it. Then we have this shadow. This is not hair, this is the shadow. goes then somehow on here, and here back to the hair itself. Then we have a shadow here. Then we have a ridge, and with that ridge I have to be a little bit more careful. So here, shadow part. The shadow gives it a lot of three-dimensionality, but I have to be sure that I am high enough. I think I'm not high enough. To be careful with removing those eraser leftovers so I don't just smudge everything across. So it did not really move that much, but that probably means that it's where it should be. So what have I missed? So if I'm right, it is 33 degrees, so 2.7 Celsius. That's not too cold. Snowed yesterday. We're moving to Arizona. That is a difference in temperature, isn't it? Yeah, you're going from real cold to real hot. Yeah, but I could imagine that you enjoy that after being cold for so long. I think in those areas in the US it is pretty common actually to not even have a radiator in your house, isn't it? In Alaska I would guess that you have radiators. I'm just really, it sounds, for the European ear, it sounds a bit strange to even ask that, because there's always, everywhere, in every room, in every house there is a radiator. But I was watching Evan Caitlin, they do DIY, and they had a house building, they are from Texas. There was a house building game that they played, and they were so fascinated by the radiators that I was just questioning my whole life. And they were so surprised by the radiators. And then I realized, yeah, it's true. In Texas, most of the houses do not have, it seems, radiators. They have an AC to get it colder, but not really radiators. They probably also used the AC if should they get cold. Or fireplaces or something, I don't know. But not radiators. You wouldn't see a house here without a radiator. But I guess in Arizona, no, they're probably not, but in Alaska you probably have, right? Shakira, welcome, good morning. Why are you already up again? It's too early. Glad to have you though. It's Vampire Buffy. You haven't seen the episodes, I think. You have not seen them. She's not really a vampire, but you probably guessed that with Buffy having more than that one season. Those are fun episodes. Yeah, DM was already asking for you, Shug. I told you have lost all interest in the channel. So It's kind of a speed painting that I'm doing here. At least for my normal speed. Kinda quick. But I'm having fun with it, so nothing to worry. We have all heat stove that heats our home, but here in Arizona, probably air conditioning. Yeah, well, look away for 2 minutes and suddenly there are people. Yeah, it's a party. Don't forget to like the video and send it to all your friends and family. Of course. So, one thing that bothers me is that because I have always to take the complete close-ups for the picture, because otherwise I do not have enough detail to work with, and that means that I always have cropped faces, or at least not the hair, so I always have these strange hairlines where it just ends. Could try to lie, but I'm really not good at it, especially with hair, so I don't really want to. So we have to work more on the forehead. There is a lot going on there, and I'm not sure if we can recreate all of that, but we will just make it a little bit more like a texture there, so it has more of this vampire-y, ridgy character. Missed you guys super hard this early in the morning, but I not long woke up and thought I'd come. If you woke up on natural courses, that is okay. Otherwise, you should try to still sleep. Can't go back to sleep? Oh, sorry. I hope I did not wake you up. Takes a lot to wake me up, but when I'm awake, I stay there. Yeah, but it takes you a long time to get from arc to really awake. So have a little bit, just a little bit of light play in here to make it a little bit more complex. And then I think the forehead is not too shabby. Yeah. Okay, how do we move on? We have a couple more hair here. And we will finish the right side of the face, but for that we again need to consider the hair. Then we can finish it here. The vampire cheekbone has to be high enough, otherwise it looks like she has a bad tooth or something. So I guess it is too big actually. So that looks good, I think. Yeah, that looks believable. And a little bit of light reflection on the cheek. And there we have a vampire cheekbone. DM, goodbye, good night, have a great night of sleep. See you soon, I hope. Thank you very much for dropping by. Yeah, woke up on your own, that's good. It's 4:17. That is early. That is so early. I don't think that is healthy, Chuck. Chuck, you have completely messed up your sleep rhythm. That is my diagnosis. That is the word. So now we have a little bit of hair. I think it's not really intelligent to start on this side though, because that is also everything that I will just start and smudge. Should start on the other side of the face actually. And we do so by drawing this side of the face where it ends. So we have an ear. Yeah, I don't get it either, Liana. Who in their right mind gets up at this time? Shuck. I am worried. So this is the ear. It is a strange looking ear if you ask me, but I think that's just the perspective. They pretty surely have not put anything on her prosthetic wise on the ear. Still, it is somehow strange looking. Not very shapely. Not the right word for an ear. Not very... What is the right word? I don't know. Why should I know what I want to say? So, I've messed up my sleep schedule. Yes, you have. Blame the gaming crew. Want to be awake this early, but luckily I am, so I can hang with you. Yes, it is the best place to be this early in the morning, I tell you. Definitely. So Grounded, yeah. I've played it a little bit. Some time ago. It is probably already transformed completely as it was to early access. I think it is still early access, right? It is pretty fun with the spiders and everything. So I think we will leave the ear like that for now, because honestly it's not that much more that we can do out there. It's not that exciting. Can already try and save it a little bit from me drawing over the white later by giving it a contour. The earring, and then we need to draw a couple of hairs. And then we are almost done with the face. It's a little bit like puzzle work here with the segmented face with the hair and everything that we have to put in so we know exactly where to put everything. So every shadow and stuff. Ramble. But I think it worked out. I am pretty happy. Of course, we're not done. Here we have light reflection. Here we need to get a little bit light. Shadow needs to get a little bit darker. This is not exactly the same, the right distance though. Something went a little bit wrong there, but I think it doesn't hurt us too much. It looks a little bit more messy, and that is not bad. Light reflection makes it also again a little bit more shapely. I love Ark, and I'm just waiting for Genesis 2, so we are playing Grounded, but I absolutely hate the spiders. They are pretty. They have a non-threatening form, some of them at least, but still in the size they are really bad. You probably still can. When I played, you could actually deactivate the spiders for people with arachnophobia, so they can even play it. And then you had different stages on which you could make them more harmless, and all the way up it, they were just these floating orbs. It was a fun thing to do. And I think they were actually the first game where I saw that. It's probably not the first game that did that, but there were some afterwards. For example, this where you can build or renovate houses that I was talking about. There you can actually deactivate the cockroaches. Look how dangerously dark my finger is again. I have to be careful that we don't destroy it now. So the last missing piece of the face, then we can go for the neck. So they make my arachnophobia play-ups so bad. You can't deactivate them, but you can make them look less real. Yes, exactly. As they put it. Lol. Wouldn't help in my opinion. I think in the end they didn't even have legs. So for me that would work. But I'm lucky. I hate spiders terribly, and I really also hate them in games. But it doesn't affect me that much. I can jump when they come fast at me, and I really, if I have them behind me, I'm also not very happy in a game. But it's not as bad as that I couldn't play it or something, so that's good. So down here we have a really dark shadow, and that we can just power in, and there you have Mr. Squeaky. Say hello to Mr. Squeaky. I have to be a little bit careful with Mr. Squeaky, just because I want to make him squeak. I cannot color in more than I should. Yeah, you see, you did not wake up this early for nothing, Chuck. You could wake up to Mr. Squeaky. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Then we have on the other side actually also dark, 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 but the other way around. Now we're going to need some Mr. Squeaky merch. Now we have to give Mr. Squeaky a face. So so we have kind of a neck. Still a little bit to do though. And we have the shadow that brings both sides of the neck together. So and then we have a little bit of light here. But still it looks a bit flat. Not sure. Something is not perfect there. Oh, we will hunt for that later. For now, we should just give this a general shading. A little bit lightness here on the neck, just a little bit. I'll keep completely different notes. I just noted the color of your eyes. You have beautiful eyes. Thank you very much. Yeah, have you seen them? There they are. Glad you noticed. I like the picture, I think. I really like it. It is fun. Now I shall try and to not ruin it with the hair. The hair is pretty messy. We will start by coloring in the very dark places on the sides where there is nothing visible but darkness, because that gives us a starting point and it gives Mr. Squeaky another chance to shine. Thank you, Chuck. So then we have the shadows to go like this. So, and then we have a couple of hairs. And those we know will try to approximate. They are very messy, the hair. It is really... She just dug herself out of a grave. And that is a good excuse for having messy hair, so... A very good excuse, one might say. So, and then we have to consider also the light pieces in there. Give them a little bit of sheen. So I didn't know if I would get it messy, but it kinda has this messy look that I wanted, so that makes me happy. So then we go down here. So, and then we have the dark pieces, which is almost the rest. So you do not really see that much between on that side, between really dark or kind of light. And I might have overstated the brightness of the hair. I think that is fine. I think that is a good dramatic effect. Then we have for the transitions here, we need a couple of hairs. So it does not look just like, I don't know, like a washcloth fixed to a hair or something. Head. So appropriately fresh from the grave, I would say. I really like how it has turned out. As I said, I was very hesitant in the beginning. I was thinking, why do they hate me? Why do they want me to draw that? But I think I really like it. It makes me happy. And therefore it is good. Thank you very much, Kion. I am also very pleasantly surprised. I am happy with it. I'm really happy with it. Perhaps tomorrow not anymore, but I think in this case it will stay. 7 people have elected for this to be drawn, and it was a wise choice, I would say. I think I don't even want to touch much more anymore in fear of ruining it. But it was, I think it was, no, it was actually the last that you mentioned, but I think it was probably the one that was mostly on your mind, wasn't it? I would think so. It is kind of the exciting choice in comparison to the others. The puppet would also still be also fun. Perhaps I make something like the Lost episodes where we elect models from the episodes that we did not choose the first round. But we are barely now in the reaching the second season, so kind of ruining this area a little bit if I'm not careful. So stay away from that area. Good. So Sid is the puppet, right? I would Sid would also be interesting. Billy, yes, he was also. I liked him, but he was also one of. So. Okay. 2 Monster of the Week episodes. And one iconic vampire, Buffy. And we immortalized her. So I'm happy. Sid is the puppet, yeah. So, I gather from the chat reaction that you are also pretty okay with how it turned out. It is a little bit wilder than... Sometimes this is not completely unusual for me. The little bit wilder look. But it is very fitting with this one, I think. It was a little bit of a faster draw, but I guess I will probably leave it like this and not even add anything later. Because I think it works. It works surprisingly well. I think you can also tell that this is Buffy, even if you do not know the episode with the vampire Buffy. You would probably say that that is Buffy as a vampire. And that I think is pretty cool. And yeah. So that's it. And then I would say, thanks everyone for watching. We are on an early close like this. If you do not have any questions or if you don't want to chat any more, I would say this is it for today. Thank you very much for joining me today. A lot of regulars were there. Liana, of course, Shakira surprised me by coming. We had DM, of course, we had Donna was there, Mohit paid us a visit, and that wasn't all, that wasn't everyone. But it was a lot of fun. Thank you very much, Donna. This one was really a lot of fun, surprising amount of fun. And I really like the result. Therefore, this is it. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed, quick comparison of what? If you have the other Buffy pick at hand. Okay, the other Buffy vampire pick. The Buffy pick or the vampire Buffy pick? The Buffy pick, right? Give me a second. Buffy pick. Yeah, here is the Buffy pick. It unfortunately has a little bit of a thingy. So it is always difficult with this format to get it both on screen, but here you can see the non-vampire Buffy is a bit more. You can see it is not that wild. It is not. It is a little bit more delicate line work. I did not draw it as messy as this one. But yeah, Buffy, vampire Buffy. I really like the Buffy picture, but actually I think I enjoy the vampire Buffy picture more. Don't worry, Shakira, you can take a look at the other half directly after the stream if you want to. Yeah, I'm very sorry that this is so bad time-wise for you. I apologize again, but yeah, unfortunately a necessity. But I hope you enjoyed this stream today. I had a whole lot of fun, and I'm very happy with the result. I hope you will subscribe and like and come back the next time. Perhaps ring that bell, that would be great, because otherwise YouTube will not tell you when there are videos of mine. That is the unfortunate truth of the YouTube algorithm these days. So thank you very much, and see you soon. Have a good night, have a good day, have a great weekend. Goodbye.